All right, Shalom Akim. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. All right. Shalom to you brothers out there in the four corners of the earth doing this work. All right. Today I want to do a lesson. All right. Basically going into locks and what locks truly are according to the scriptures, and according to how the Mosiah set it up, because you got a lot of guys in Israel, and a lot of our people who know they Israel, all right, okay, that basically they have an infatuation with locks. And when I say locks, I'm talking about dreadlocks, all right, okay. Now we all know that the Lord, He said that when you take the vow of a Nazarite, you're supposed to let your hair grow, all right, and you're supposed to lock it, okay, and you're supposed to not drink wine and strong drink, things like that. So I'm gonna start here at I'm gonna start with the scriptures, okay, and I'm basically gonna go through what locks truly are according to the scriptures, all right, and basically do away with this myth that you can wear dreadlocks, all right, because those are the locks that Samson wore, and those are the locks that the Nazarites wore, all right, when that's not the case, okay. So I'm gonna start here at Numbers 6:1, okay, and it says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when either man or woman," all right, because you also got a lot of our women that like to wear dreadlocks and stuff too, that's big amongst the black women, and amongst the men too. But this is basically going to break down what locks those men and women are supposed to wear, okay? It says, when neither man nor woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine, or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes, or dried. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk. All the days of the vow of his separation there shall no razor come upon his head, until the days be fulfilled, in the which he separateth himself unto the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. Now, it says, and he shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. So this is the one of the scriptures that our people like to use to say that dreadlocks are cool with the Most High. We can wear dreadlocks in Israel and whatnot. But I'm gonna show you how that's completely off. So now I'm gonna go through this scripture here, all right, and I'm gonna look up that word lock, okay, in the Hebrew, all right, and okay, right here, and the word there is parai, okay. So gonna look up that word parai, and I should already have it up on the tab. All right, parai. Okay, this is the Hebrew word parai. All right, for that scripture in Numbers 6:13. And when you look up the definition, it says hair, long hair of head, locks. All right, so basically what the Most High is saying, when you vow the vow of a Nazarite, okay, you're going to basically let your hair grow long. All right, you're gonna let it grow long, enough so you can basically lock your hair. Now, okay, Now that's the Hebrew word for locks there in Hebrews 6 and 13, which is the Hebrew word okay, parai. Alright. So now we're gonna go from there to Judges. I'm gonna go to the book of Judges. So like I have it up already. Book of Judges, chapter 16. Okay, now this is going into Samson's locks, okay? Alright, because Samson from birth, okay, was designated to be a Nazarite from birth. Alright. So Samson is an example of a Nazarite, okay, that took the vow to the Most High, okay, to be separated unto him. And he was a Nazarite from birth, okay, until the day of his death. Now, the first occurrence of Samson having locks in the scriptures begins in Judges 16. And let's see, I'm gonna go through it. Now this is basically going into Samson and Delilah is basically trying to get the secret of Samson's power for the Philistines. Alright, so they can take him down. So I'm going to start at verse 6. Alright, and it says, Judges 16 verse 6. And Delilah said to Samson, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. Alright, now, first off, you know, if Delilah is really for Samson, you know, she's supposed to be his wife and whatnot, why does she want to know, why does she want to know what would afflict that man? Alright, you know, that just shows how wicked these women are, man, you know. So she says, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, If they bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Alright, and it says, and now Samson said he's going to be weak and be as another man because Samson has spiritual power. And when you read earlier in Judges, Samson had got into a fight with the lion and basically ripped him apart, you know, because the Most High endowed Samson with that spiritual power, man. The same way he did with King David. Alright, and this verse 8, it says, Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green withs which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the withs as a thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire. So his strength was not known. Alright. It says, And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liers in wait abiding in the chamber, and he brake them from off his arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. Now, this is the main point. Alright? Because Samson told her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. Alright, so we're going to go into verse 13. And we're going to break down. We're going to look up 2 words, matter of fact. Alright? Because, you know, words are important. So we're going to look up the word, the first word we're going to get. It says, And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head. So we're gonna look up the word let's get locks first. That's H253. So we're gonna get locks first. Okay. You already have it up, and there it is. It's maklapa. Alright, maklapa. Alright. And that's the Hebrew word for locks in that verse. So let's see what type of locks that Samson had. Alright. Being a Nazarite, being a Hebrew Israelite. Okay. Were they dreadlocks? Well, let's see. Okay. And look, the definition for maklapa there in the Hebrew for the locks that Samson had says braid, lock, plait. Alright. So Samson had braids. 7 of them. He had 7 braided locks. 7 braided plaits. And you know, that's what Jake gets today. You know, Jake will go to the salon or whatever, and they'll get you know, you see, and Jake could get he'll get them locks, man. Alright, he'll get them locks, them braids, them individual plaits. You see, Jake's wearing plaits. So, but you know, Samson had 7 of them. Alright. So that's what Samson had. Samson had he had braids, man. When you look it up. Alright. Now let's now you know, I could end it right here and just show you, you know, Samson had braids, and there you go. And I gave you an image of him, you know. But let's go a little bit deeper, okay? Because I want to show you that whole dreadlock thing that Jake got going on, man. You know, Jake be wearing the dreadlocks and stuff like they really, you know, Nazarites like he was in the ancient world, man. And that's not even so, man. They ain't got nothing to do with what the Most High said and being a Nazarite, man. Alright? So let's look up to where dreadlocks came from. Alright? So I have it up here. And basically we're going to go into dreadlocks, okay? Alright? It says dreadlocks. Dreadlocks, also called locks, aras, dreads, or jata, which is Hindi. It says are matted coils of hair. Alright? It says matted. So basically the hair is like clumped together. It's not weaved. Okay? It's not weaved together like braids are. Alright? It's just matted together, and it's basically held together by some kind of substance like beeswax or you know, I know some people put honey in their hair to lock their hair and make it matted, you know, and then they twist it, but it's not weaved, so it's really not real locks. It says they are matted coils of hair. Dreadlocks are usually intentionally formed because of the variety of different hair textures. Various methods are used to encourage the formation of locks, such as backcombing. Additionally, leaving long hair to its own devices by not brushing or cutting the hair will encourage it to tangle together as it grows, leading to twisted, matted ropes of hair known as dreadlocks. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is the point I wanted to get. It says the latter method is typically referred to as the neglect, natural, or freeform method. Alright, it says dreads originated in Africa. Alright. So that's a country or continent of origin for dreads. It says a common misconception is that those who have dreadlocks do not wash their hair, but this is usually not the case. Alright, since dreadlocks are associated most closely with the Rastafari movement, but people from many ethnic groups in history before them. You know, Jake's big into, you know, Rastafari and Bob Marley and that whole culture of dreadlocks in Africa, you know. But it says here that people from many ethnic groups in history before them have worn dreadlocks. It says including many ancient Semitic and Indo-Aryan peoples of the Near East, like Moab, Ammon, and Asia Minor, Hamitic. It says Hamitic, but you know, Hamitic peoples of East Africa, right? Like the Ethiopians, the it's like I got a problem with my computer, but